to the hood, girl. That's all I'm trying to say. I ain't gonna let him get you. Even a citizen party. When you wake up, gang, escape.
Hey, that shit that's going on in North Carolina right now, Operation Charlotte Web, ain't shit cool about it, man. Anytime they allow somebody to stereotype you, harass you, detain you, all because they want to know who you are, I keep telling y'all, man, no human being born is illegal. It ain't nobody illegal on stolen land. If anybody need to be deported, it's the motherfuckers from Germany, it's the French, it's the British. And that's real talk. They not gonna be satisfied until we actually go there and give them what they want. And that's the sad part about it. But I feel like if we don't do nothing, it's gonna keep going on. So it's gonna come a day to where everybody gotta make a decision. Is you gonna get down or is you gonna lay down?
To the immigration crackdown in Charlotte, North Carolina, dozens of people have been arrested or detained by federal agents despite protests from the mayor and other local officials. ABC's Faith Abube reports from Charlotte tonight.
Tonight, dozens arrested in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Department of Homeland Security officially announcing Operation Charlotte's Web, saying it's targeting, quote, the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens. Gregory Bovino, the Customs and Border Patrol commander overseeing the operation, on social media touting 81 arrests on Saturday, claiming many of them had significant criminal and immigration histories. Federal agents seen detaining people across the city throughout the weekend. In one encounter, masked agents seen smashing in the window of this car. The man inside telling our affiliate WSOC he was stopped twice Saturday morning, but was released both times after showing proof he's a U.S. citizen.
Give me your status. Give me your papers. Say, why? Open the door. Say, I not open the door.
He says he was injured during the second encounter when agents pulled him from his car and threw him to the ground.
I got pain. It's not terrible, but I got pain.
The DHS responding on social media, quote, during an enforcement operation in Charlotte, this individual became erratic, refused lawful commands, and had to be removed from his vehicle. DHS law enforcement followed their training to remove him. But the administration's tactics sparking protests and drawing condemnation from some residents.
It's terrifying to pretty much know that at any moment a federal agent can just come out and abuse you just because of the way you look.
The state's Democratic Governor Josh Stein telling residents to, quote, follow the law. And if you see any inappropriate behavior, use your phone to record and notify local law enforcement. And with Charlotte is the latest city led by a Democrat that the Trump administration has targeted for immigration enforcement after surging agents to Los Angeles, Chicago, and Portland. And sources telling ABC News that New Orleans could be next. Whit.
All right, Faith Abube, thank you for that.
Operation Charlotte Web is what Trump and his ICE goons are calling their dehumanizing of people in Charlotte, North Carolina. They like to put little cutesy names on it, so people are like, oh, well, that's creative. I like that. What they're doing is they're going to places of business. They're going to where people are working. I thought we were supposed to be rounding up criminals. I thought we were supposed to be going after the most dangerous among us, but I don't know of too many criminals that go out and work in the community. They're targeting landscapers. I've seen videos of people where they're working trimming trees in somebody's yard, and they're targeting those people. People are complaining that the leaves haven't been picked up that have been collected on the side of the streets. Yeah, because they're targeting the hardworking people who happen to be brown and deporting them. They're smashing out windows, demanding papers. What year is this? You don't get to just go up and smash somebody's window. Guess what? They're going to New Orleans next. They're going to call it the big easy deportations. Like, we're just putting all these cutesy little fucking euphemisms on this stuff so that people don't really think it's too much. Oh, that sounds cute. That's not a big deal. And then when you actually get into it and you understand what's happening, is people who are just brown, even though the United States citizens are now allowed by the Supreme Court to be racially profiled and have to have their windows smashed, dragged out of their cars, and present their papers. This is what we're okay with. They're going after the most violent, they said, the criminals. Anybody with half a brain knew that was a lie, but that's what they said. And here they are targeting Home Depot, job sites, places where people are working, are trying to find work, are giving back to the society, are paying taxes into our communities. And that's who they're targeting. So you can take Operation Charlotte's Web and shove it up your ass, because I'm not going to fall for these little cutesy euphemisms you want to put on your ICE raids while you park outside of hospitals and drag people away and ship them to countries they've never been to. So, yeah, I don't care what you call it. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Homeland Security officials say about 100 people were arrested on Saturday in Charlotte by Border Patrol and ICE. That city's Democratic mayor says this is causing unnecessary uncertainty and fear. This cell phone video captured the moment U.S. Border Patrol smashed Willie Aceituno's car window because he wouldn't open his door. Aceituno is a Honduran-born American citizen and was injured during his arrest. This is the second time in 10 minutes I was stopped, he says. He showed them identification and they left.
Brandy, they're in our yard.
Just blocks away, a resident spotted agents moving in on her landscaping crew as they were putting up Christmas lights. No arrests were made. Commander Gregory Bavino is leading the crackdown after spearheading Border Patrol efforts in Chicago and Los Angeles. In a social media post, he said many of those arrested had criminal and immigration histories. In total nationwide, the Department of Homeland Security says more than 500,000 people have been arrested and deported during these operations. The federal agency says its intent is to ensure Americans are safe and remove threats. Today was the second day of protests over the immigration crackdown in Charlotte.
It's terrifying to pretty much know that at any moment a federal agent can just come out and abuse you just because of the way you look.
Charlotte is now the 5th U.S. city to see a Border Patrol presence. Next, the agency says it will move 200 agents to New Orleans.